was it? I think it was, yes, okay. Part number 3, here's the big ones. These are the ones that are all around telepathy with the frameworks of the work that we've done up until this point. Thank you for coming along on this journey with all of us. I hope you have been leaving updates and leaving feedback in the comments and sharing this with your friends and families. Don't forget, children have a natural ability for this sort of stuff because they haven't been so slammed with all of the programming that we as adults do. They also have a much more natural, intuitive attachment and facility to move back across the veil, the bridge between the conscious and the subconscious, the physical and spiritual, etc., without having any sort of consequences, so to speak. In terms of all the negativity behind this, and that can come from certain religious groups who disfavor these types of activities, move it along. If you need any of that sort of stuff, then we can talk about that. Cast some votes. If people want discussions about how to protect yourself, or if you feel like you're being assaulted or any of that crap, then let me know. We'll help you out. It's easy. Anyway, if you're experiencing anything negative out of this, it's more than likely because of your own programming from other areas in your life, not because you're doing this or because I'm doing it. There are plenty of people, hundreds of thousands of millions around the world, who embrace and engage in these processes all the time, and they have zero negative consequences. Zero. However, as soon as we see people who are loaded up with subconscious demons installed in them from institutionalized organizations, especially religion, we do see the subconscious offer these to the conscious mind in the form of a preferred belief system. Even if they're negative experiences, they're still your preferred belief system. And so your mind will offer that to you as you try to challenge that and say, we're not going to use that anymore, we're going to use this one. So if you're having negative experiences, just let me know, add it in the comments, we'll get rid of it, take care of it, whatever. All of that aside, all of this is at your own risk, as is obvious, because there's nothing scientific or grounded in any journal of science. This is purely an experiment for educational and entertainment purposes, for and around telepathic abilities. And again, we're going to go into some silence as I go through the last part of the process here. We'll repeat the beliefs one after the other as we go through. Affirmative belief statements as we go through. You can use these affirmative belief statements to repeat them yourself, or to channel them and use them as affirmative belief statements in front of the mirror. However you feel like it, whatever, you can set up your own audio meditation to put yourself to sleep with, and where you just repeat these things to yourself in a slightly lower, calmer voice for yourself. Self-programming and self-hypnosis like that is a fascinating process. Anyway, here's why we're all here. Part 3 of the telepathy experiment. And away we go. So first up we have, I trust my intuition and inner wisdom, knowing it guides me towards truth and connection. I trust my intuition and inner knowledge and inner wisdom, knowing it guides me towards truth and connection. Next is, my multiple layers of being are harmonious and synergistic, working together for my highest good. Next is, I am safe and protected in my exploration of telepathy, and I trust the universe to support me. Next is, my mind is clear and receptive, allowing me to tap into the collective unconscious with ease. My mind is clear and receptive, allowing me to tap into the collective unconscious with ease. My mind is clear and receptive, allowing me to tap into the collective unconscious with ease. I know, I'm a bit eccentric sometimes. I am worthy of experiencing profound connections and understanding with others, and I welcome it. My thoughts and emotions are balanced and centered, allowing my telepathic abilities to flourish. My thoughts and emotions are balanced and centered, allowing my telepathic abilities to flourish. My thoughts and my emotions are balanced and centered, allowing my telepathic abilities to flourish. I trust myself to navigate the complexities of telepathy, and I have faith in my inner guidance. That's a good one. I am not bound by limitations or fear. I am free to explore and express my telepathic potential. I am not bound by limitations or fear. I am free to explore and express my telepathic potential. I don't know how I missed that. I must have just been in so much joy in this part. However, I'm going to have to pause for a minute and edit that one because I hadn't noticed that I'd put that into negative context. And so I will quickly modify that before we continue. Okay. Limitations and fears are illusions. I am free to explore and express my telepathic potential. Limitations and fears are illusions. I am free to explore and express my telepathic potential. My heart and mind are open, receptive, and resonant with the energies of others, allowing for seamless communication. My heart and mind are open, receptive, and resonant with the energies of others, allowing for seamless communication. number 10 here. Last one. You ready? I embody unity and wholeness, and my telepathic abilities reflect this harmony within myself and with others. That's a big one. I embody unity and wholeness, and my telepathic abilities reflect this harmony within myself and with others. Nice. Very well done, everyone. Congratulations. We have successfully been cracking open your mind to go dip, 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 and then go oh, look at the brain, and away we go. Anyway, feedback, very important. Stories, anecdotal evidence, all of these things are actually the evidence that we want, because it's called real evidence, real from reality, not artificially created out of artificially circumstantiated environments. We need raw data from raw experience to be able to understand how reality works. And this is where we all play a very important part. Remember, the things you're looking for are repeated patterns, internal experiences that align with external experiences, otherwise known as synchronicity. How you line your synchronicity up, or how you accidentally seem to fall into your synchronicity, manufacture it. And how it all feels. Dreams, experiences, star families, past loved ones, future experiences. Channel your future self to overcome the problems that you're experiencing right now. Now have a solution that you need, that you know you've gotten over further down the road. Tune in with your future self. It's called retrocausality effect, right? You know about the time-delayed double slit experiments that show that we travel through time. You've seen my video with William Brown about memory of the universe. I think it's in video number 2, where he talks about the structure that is present within quantum entanglement that likely is the facilitating mechanisms of our memory, which I surmise, and he confirms, is basically us creating a telepathic communication across time with ourselves in a distant time space from where we are here. All of this becomes fascinating, and this is why I'm opening it up, because my limitations are my imagination, and I've got my imagination, which is pretty cool. I might be a bit biased there, but I've got no idea what you think about. What other ideas can you come up with? Where would you use this ability to obtain information from that nobody else would think of? What if you always wanted to do that you could use all of this for to your own advantage? Make sure that it's for the benefit of everybody, so that way you don't have to try to mitigate the karma that's going to come with it. Cause and effect, karma, cause and effect. As my awareness goes, quite simply put, all of this here is a gift from me to you. And I expect and I relate to you that I would favor you to use these for the benefit of everybody, for the evolution of everything. Now, with that, I'm going to tell you this. This is electrical theory, physics, electricity, electrical theory, current electrical theory. That energy comes into interaction with each other in a few different ways. 4 that I've been able to sort of really iconically condense into a really easy to understand pattern, and that is this side, that side, and 2 in the middle. Okay, you've got this side, which is the negative, this side, which is the positive, and the 2 in the middle are opposites of one another, and yet neither of these. Let me explain. Negative interference in electrical theory says that when 2 waves come together, you've seen videos of this on YouTube, I'm sure. 2 waves come together, they negate each other. They conflict with each other, and they create damage in the area. So they not just hurt each other, they create outflow damage, Okay. Then you have positive interference or constructive interference. And what this does is two waves come together and they create something that's a third of it, something that is greater than the two already combined. Usually in frequency theory, people talk about how that equates to like 1 and 1 creates 2. It does. However, that's where the being of the universe, the consciousness, the God aspect, the creator aspect usually has underhand in what's going on, and the thing that comes out is not just 1 + 1 = 2. It's also then got a core inside of itself that is the evolutionary aspect, the soul, if you will, of that. And that is the part that's not added by the physical elements of both, say for instance, mum and dad. Mum and dad create physical structure. Physical structure is imbued with the soul. The soul then is the higher aspect that is not included in the materials that mum and dad put up. For example, all of that sort of stuff. Now, the two in the middle, when constructive waves come together and they cancel each other out, like nullify each other, that's one. So there's two waves, two things that are existing, and then nothing exists. That's one form. That's a negation. Then you have the other, which is that they pass through each other without noticing each other and have no effect on each other. They exist in different planes, even though they're passing by each other at the same time. Okay, so those two right there in the middle, we want to manufacture our positive circumstances, and this is what we call the physical aspect, or the mechanics of karma. If you conduct your activities in a way that is going to create negative, deconstructive interference for other people and other experiences, then that will have a flow-on effect that comes around sooner or later in a pattern back to you. Okay, this is well documented, and you've probably experienced this in your own life. So I'm putting my trust in you to engage in this process and this experiment, utilizing your highest potential to manufacture as much positive, constructive interference within the global mind and the field of experience that we call the atmosphere of the earth. The global mind resonates at the same frequencies as our mind does, anywhere between, say, -4, 30 hertz, averaging somewhere about the 7.5, 7.838 hertz process. This is the mind internally through registering EEG machines. I've got a mini EEG machine. Right? You've got multiple waves within your mind. The base wave frequency of your mind is about 7.83, 7.58, depending upon who you talk to. It's the same as the Schumann resonance. We're all connected in this. The morphogenic fields, the global mind, neo mind, I can't remember all the different terms for it right now, but you get what I'm saying here. Okay, now very important for the final process here, before we finish up, make sure you get your glass of water, and because we're finished now, really, gratefully, communicate to every part and every being in that cup that is existing, all of the parts, particles, molecules, quarks, all of the vacuum fluctuation densities within between all of the aspects of the things that we register in the scientific field. All of these things are inherent in the cup. Embrace them all and let them embrace you as you both embrace each other, two frequencies, creating an outflow effect from you that affects everybody else who is doing this at the same time. Let's all help lift each other forward. Let's help each other collectively, because we're all one. Do unto others as you do unto yourself. Again, it doesn't mean that we're not separately individual beings. We still are. Who understand that as we hurt each other, we hurt our grander selves and ourselves here. Telepathy and the ability to get through many of the barriers and the blocks that our conscious awareness and psychological frameworks limit and inhibit us with. Please, all the feedback you can. I hope to hear from you all, and I wish you all the absolute best moving forward. As always, I'm here in my little corner of the world, down here in Tasmania, Australia, doing the best I can to work for all of you everywhere at the same time, including all of those who are trying to make things worse. With absolute love for every single one of you, unlimited magic, infinite love. Thank you for taking part. All of my links and all of my contact information are all around the place. So enjoy. Ciao.